it's been enough things that have been debunked where it's like, all right, it's like people kind of like people are kind of coming down off that because in 2016 it was just like a major psyop where it was like, and it was crazy to me because it's like black people just forgot that they messed with Trump for the past 30 years. Like all that just disappeared overnight. Yeah. So you had this major psyop, and then I think like at this point after 10 years, so many things have been debunked. People are kind of like looking at things a little bit more rationally. So I don't know. I don't believe the poll where it says he's at a negative. To me, I see the numbers probably going up, to be honest with you.
What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys pulling up, and I'm with this brother here. I don't believe the polls, especially them from mainstream media, MS No One's Watching or CNN. I don't believe them. Their job isn't to tell you the truth. Their job is to indoctrinate you. Their job is to push a narrative that would cause you to believe that the president is less popular than he actually is. Because when you're out here in these streets and you're talking to people, especially when I talk to black people, they're not with the Democrats like that. Are there a few? Yes, but there's a lot of folks that are like, man, I can't get with these people and their crazy policies, especially as they continue to move further and further left. Come on, man. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to go out to DC real fast because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there in DC that are very happy, with the job that the president is doing.
The National Guards have been deployed to DC for more than a year now. What do you make of their presence a year in?
I love them. I love them. Our kids deserve to grow up safe with a different environment. For so long, D.C. has been a violent city. The goal is to get peace back into the neighborhood and society.
I love them here. Keep them here. It's cleaning D.C. up. Keep them moving all around D.C. Clean them up. Clean them up. I love them.
I tell them thank you every time I walk past them. All the crime statistics say they're down, in no small part because of that.
That's a deterrent. So we haven't had any really serious issues, especially with the teenagers lately. But I think they're doing an excellent job. I just feel bad about the young lady who lost her life last year.
Let's take a look at the crime stats across the nation. We're seeing homicides rate on track to be the lowest in more than a century. Some people are saying this is like a good policy from the administration. What do you think?
We lost more, young people that could have been lawyers, judges, doctors, could have been something in life. I think it was time to get this under control. And I do praise President Trump for that, because somebody showed that they really cared.
Boys in Blue, pretty important for that, too. As long as you support them, they can do their job. They do their job. Imagine that, the crime rate plummets.
I just say when they came, everything just got better to me, for real. It got better, better, better. Keep it up, guys. I'm with Trump.
He deserves 100% of the credit. And God behind him. I mean, why wouldn't they do something about this? Why would they allow crime to run rampant?
He had to come in and do that. You can't just ignore the elephant in the room, because sometimes people that are bad have to be dealt with in that way. So I'm grateful for where we are.
These are people that are sane. Now, we know the Democratic Socialists of America, and let's call them the communist wing of the Democrat Party, they're pushing for defunding the police, abolishing the police. They're pushing for, the abolishment of prisons and just letting any and everybody out, even though they've done some horrific crimes. And they are not people that can go out and be productive citizens. On the flip side of that, they're also pushing to get rid of the Constitution, no free speech. They want to take away your ability to protect yourself. So on one end, they want to defund the police, abolish the police, get rid of the prisons. On the other end, law-abiding citizens, they want to take your ability to defend yourself from the crazy people, but really defend yourself from them because once that happens, they become tyrannical. For the life of me, I don't really understand why people won't listen to these folks and then go and read a book. Go and do your own research. There's enough clips on YouTube, and there's enough books. If you take the time to go and read Animal Farm and to go read 1984, it will explain to you the ideology of these crazy people. And everywhere that they have tried this, Oakland, San Francisco, Chicago, New York City, everywhere that they have tried this, even in DC, before the president saying enough is enough, Crime has gotten out of hand, and the people who are law-abiding citizens have been in more danger. Let's keep going.
How do you feel about the war?
I'm Persian, so I support Donald Trump 100%. The Islamic regime kills women. They killed 50,000 people in 2 days. A lot of them believe death in all of Americans. So I fully 100% support Donald Trump.
So you said you're Persian, but there's no imminent threat to the United States, and most people here
I'm
are
biased,
not.
right? I'm obviously biased.
But Dime, you don't know if there is an actual imminent threat. Every president and every person that has run for president has said that these people cannot obtain a nuclear weapon. They, out of their own mouth, said that if we ever get one, we're launching it and we're taking you out. On the flip side of it, we also know that they are the number one state-sponsored country to terrorism in the world. Everybody knows this. They are a thorn in everyone's side out there on that side of things. They've been known, documented, that they have taken out a lot of Americans. We know this. So to say that there's no imminent threat, to say that these people are no threat, when people speak, when they tell you, hey, when we get a chance to do it, we're going to do it. And what, we're just supposed to sit back and wait for them to do something to us before we act? When every other president has said that we need to do something, and the Biden administration, they tried to negotiate with these people. The Obama administration, they sent them pallets of money trying to negotiate and appease these people. None of it worked because you cannot negotiate with lunatics.
Because I'm Persian. And I understand why people wouldn't want war to happen. I understand that fully.
I don't know if you're biased, you just have your opinion. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My dad grew up in Iran. He had to flee the country when he was 14. Again, fully support Donald Trump with the bombing of the supreme leader.
But do you understand how Americans feel that this had nothing to do with us? We're not.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
There's no imminent threat.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Persian, so when I see women who are being killed because they're not wearing the scarf over their head, I feel a connection to that. I mean, that's not right. But I do see what you're saying about America not having anything to do with Iran's problems, but stand with Trump.
Yeah, I appreciate this, brother, and I appreciate his sentiment as well. And the reality of it is, are there some people that do not appreciate what's going on over in Iran? Yes, and a lot of it has to do with the fact around the gas and things of that nature. I would like to see the president just be upfront, and I would like to see them go all the way with it. And when I say all the way, just shut it down. We don't have to play games with these people. But on the flip side of that, because of mainstream media, they would hold the president accountable if he goes too far. So there's a fine line, and it is delicate in how he has to handle this situation. It's a delicate balance, of trying to, not look like a tyrant, but on the flip side, protecting the interests of the American people. And it's a balance. And I get it. We're all dealing with these high gas prices right now because, of the uncertainty of, what's going to happen, over there. But to say that they're not an imminent threat, I just disagree with that, just based off of what I know. As someone that has served, someone that has had some conversations with some people who, have an idea of what's going on over there.
Hey guys, this is Latina, your favorite community advocate. So there's my lighting, it's perfect. So I see that City and State just recently reported that DSA membership is mostly 60% white. And this is for the New York City chapter located downtown, the headquarters, DSA headquarters, while in the meantime, their nationwide membership is a combination of over 80% whites. So the reason that City and State is reporting on this now is because Black elected officials and Black community leaders, we are speaking out and pushing back against the DSA, aka the new Nazi party. Because guess what? You cannot play in our faces and think that we don't know or see what's going on or what's happening. This is a group of white, far left-leaning, rich white kids, not even kids, young adults, older adults who come from privileged backgrounds, pushing this whole working man, working family strategy, a policy that was built within the Democratic Party that is now being used and weaponized by the Red and Green Alliance. You cannot tell me that Black people are not educated or aware to what's happening. The only reason why City and State put this article out now is to try to control the narrative and, of course, put out the fires, right? So the Black and brown faces that City and State is talking about, for example, Daria Lisa, she just won her congressional race, Claire Valdez, so many others. I need you all to keep in mind, they are just the faces. They are just the puppets. They use them as props to give off the impression that DSA supports Blacks and Latinos. They don't. They don't. These people are flown in from other states. They have already been recruited, groomed, you name it. They're doing the dirty bidding of the Red and Green Alliance. If you think for 1 second that left-wing media is going to brainwash the Black community or gaslight us, you have another thing coming. We are fully aware of who the DSA is and what they're capable of. And we know that they are anti-Black, anti-family, anti-God, anti-everything. That is the new Nazi party. Let that sink in. And they have a partnership with radical Islamic groups, the Muslim Brotherhood. We are not stupid. And I'm glad to see that more and more Black leaders are acknowledging that. Only one Black elected official said something about it. And that was Donovan Richards, the Queensborough president. Where are the rest of the Black leaders? We need you to speak out.
They're not going to speak out, especially if they're Democrat, because they're afraid. They're deathly afraid of these people. And I'm glad that it's starting to come out that, in New York, that's New York chapter, it's 60% white. The entire DSA is 80% white. I'm glad that this is coming out, because what people need to understand is that this communist movement, this is a game plan that they've been on for well over 100 years. They see that this is their moment. So they're seizing the moment because they see that the Democrat Party is weak. And they also know that there are certain people within the Democrat Party that they can be used. Some Blacks, some Hispanics, so forth and so on, that can be used. The thing is this. You have a lot of Black people. The majority of Black Americans are in the middle class, and they're focused on buying homes, businesses, and building enough wealth that they can pass that down to their children. The socialists, the communists, they're anti that. There was a young man that called in. They're looking for, the sad part about it, these are champagne socialists at that. These are people that are already wealthy. They already come from wealthy homes. They already have theirs. Now they're trying to pull the daggone ladder up on the backs of working class people. But the fortunate thing is that working class people, they see through the facade. They see like, hey, y'all don't speak the same language as us. Y'all don't come from where we come from. And basically what this DSA and what these communists will do and what their goals are is to create enough anarchy, and enough, destroy the structure enough that more and more people will depend upon them. And you will have this 1% of people who actually have, and that will be a part of the politics and politicians and your quote unquote elites. And then you will have the servant slave class of everybody else. That's how this works. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first, stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.